guys, welcome back to Gap Grace Point Online. Today is a special day. It's Resurrection Sunday, and today we celebrate with the rest of our Christian brothers and sisters because Jesus lives. Today is the day that we celebrate the fact that Jesus' tomb was empty when the woman went to go see where Jesus was lying, where his body was supposed to be, but they found that the tomb was empty and Jesus was alive. Today in our lesson, we're going to see how we become people of the resurrection. That means we become people of life, and we remember that Jesus is always alive with us. So have a look now at our Gap Grace Point Online lesson. We're going to look at the second part of our Faces of Easter lesson today. It also looks at the events of Jesus' life, but we remember the most important part, and that is today's fact that Jesus is alive. Let's have a look at the lesson now together. Today we continue with the faces of Easter. The faces of Easter tell us about the parts of Jesus' life that are important for us. They tell us about those special parts that help us understand why Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday, the two parts of the Easter story, are so important. The night before, they had gathered for a meal. At this meal, Jesus taught them something special. He took the cup, he gave thanks for it to God, and he said this would be his blood that would be poured out for them because he loved them. He took the bread, and he gave thanks to God again, and said that this would be his body that would be broken because God had loved them so much. And then they went into the garden to pray. As they went to the garden to pray, Judas gave the signal, and Jesus was taken into the dark of the night. That night was a confusing one, but the next day, Jesus was taken outside the walls of the city and crucified. That afternoon, Jesus died. The sky grew dark, and Jesus was taken down from the cross and buried in a cave. A stone, a great stone, was rolled into the opening of the cave to close it like a door. And Jesus was closed in to death. On Saturday, it was so quiet, you could almost hear the earth breathing. On Sunday, it was the woman who had the courage to go to the tomb just to be close to Jesus, even if it was sad. They wanted to remember, even if it was painful. They wanted to remember Jesus, even if it was sad. When they came to the tomb, they found that the stone had been rolled away and that the tomb was empty. Jesus had died on the cross, but somehow he was still with them, as he is with us today. Look how the colors change. The color changes today from purple on this side to white on this side. On this side we have the sadness of the cross, but on this side we have white, the color of pure celebration. Jesus had died on the cross, but somehow he was still with the woman at the tomb, just like he is with us on Resurrection Sunday today, especially in the bread and the wine. Remember, whenever you take the bread and you take the wine or grape juice, remember this side, that Jesus died on the cross because he loves you. But also remember this side, that Jesus is still with us because he is alive. When you look at this side, know that the other side is here. But when you look at this side, know that this side is here. See, you cannot pull them apart. You can try, but you cannot pull them apart. This is the mystery of Easter, and it makes all the difference to you and I today. When the colors change, we experience the sadness of the cross, but we experience the pure celebration of the life of Jesus with us today. As you celebrate Easter with your family today, remember that the cross of Jesus means life, so that whenever you gather together, we can remember that Jesus is alive. We cannot have this side without this side, but we cannot have this side without this side. Both are important. Happy Easter, and remember that Jesus is alive, and we can feel him especially today. We hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. Remember today that Jesus is alive. Now go and celebrate with your families, and remember this fact that even though Jesus died on the cross did not end with death, but instead with life. Today we have the colors that change from purple to white to the color of pure celebration. Like and subscribe to Gap Grace Point Online and let us know what you thought of today's video. And don't forget to join us during the week for our lesson reflection, our Gap Fridays, and also for next week's lesson. Bye!